Well, g'day everyone, I'm Jeff from Jeff and Tash Adventures. Welcome back to another episode. This episode I thought we'd do a quick rundown of my initial impressions of the Bundutop rooftop tent. It's a 12 volt electric tent. So we've only had it on for probably about 6 weeks now. We just got back from 8 days in Moreton. So I'm going to show you the setup, pack down, talk to you about some of the features of the Bundutop, the reasons why we chose the Bundutop, and again, if you've got any questions or want more information that I don't cover in this video, please drop comments down below and I'll certainly respond to all comments. So with no further ado, let's get stuck straight into it. So the Bundutop, as it sits here on my vehicle, which is a PX2 Ranger with a MITS alloy tray and canopy on it, retailed for $5,000, so $4,990 I believe, and the one addition that we went for was the outer room, which is an awning that clips onto the side there. That retailed for, I think it was $799. So all up, it was about $5,800, which is up there. It's certainly at the top end for rooftop tents. There are some certainly dearer ones. This is just a standard size. There is a king size as well, but this size, 8 days at Moreton with my wife and I up there, was certainly well and truly big enough. We found no need to have anything bigger. Perhaps if you had a dog or some young children, maybe then you would want, the next size up, which I can't remember the pricing, but I think it was about another $1,000 on top of what we paid. So most people will be wondering why we went this way. There's lots of different reasons I could bang on for an hour about it, but in all reality was the camper trailer. It's very big, it's dual fold, 6 berth. It's great for what we used it for at Cape York when there was a group of us. There was 5 or 6 of us sleeping in it for the whole month. And having those people to help set it up, pack down, not every night, but there were quite a few one-night trips that we did. Obviously the towing, I had no issues. It didn't sort of stop me from doing anything. It certainly made it a bit more challenging with the camper trailer, which I enjoyed. However, when it's just Tash and I down the track, when we finally get a chance to retire and we do want to travel full time, that camper trailer is just not practical for just the two of us. So that Robson will stay in the family. It's there for the kids to use as they see fit, as their families grow and expand. So you will see it out and about, but for Tash and I, this is our setup. What I'm trying to do is make this vehicle self-sufficient so we can live out of it full time. The next reason I went down this path was I wanted the jack-off canopy. So if we wanted to stay somewhere for an extended period of time, it's simply jack the canopy off. We can still have our base camp set up with all our creature comforts, and with the canopy off, I can still, I let go of all that extra weight. I can still go and wheel all the hard tracks that I've grown up doing, and what really led me to where I am today with my love of the outdoors. So they're the reasons for me. Well, I haven't jacked it off yet. We're going away at Easter to Scenic Rim Adventure Park, so stay tuned for those trip videos. I will also obviously film the jacking off of the canopy and our setup with a base camp setup. So I'm super excited about filming that and sharing that with you guys. So yeah, if you want to keep track of that, then look, really appreciate if you could subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notified when I release new content. I've got probably about a dozen videos in mind now that I'm going to put together over the next, I guess, half a dozen weeks. I'm going to try and release 1 or 2 videos every week. Obviously I work full time, so we'll just see how we go with that. I'm not a professional at this, so I'm learning as I go, so please don't be too critical of my editing and filmmaking and all that sort of stuff. This is purely a hobby, guys, and that's all I ever want it to be. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. I'll take you through I guess the main selling points for me, which was the electric. You can set this thing up in under like 13 seconds, 15 seconds. Pack down the same. All of our bedding's up there. Doonas, pillows, sorry. It's got two 12-volt fans up there, one for each side. It's got USB charging. It's got touch light, fully powered. So yeah, look, it ticked all the boxes for us, so let's get stuck into it. Okay, so as you can see here, guys, this is where the I guess the power, the switches are for up and down. There's a fuse here. We've got permanent solar. You've seen the video on the solar. So it's 370 watt solar panel on the roof that's there constantly. That's already hardwired when you buy the rooftop tent. You just plug into this switch. You can see here how my auto elecky's got the power and the solar inputs here that were put in when we fitted the canopy and put that through. So to unlatch, there's simply 4 of these latches as you go around. So then it's just a matter of, again, making sure your surroundings, check your surroundings. Make sure I've got the other 4 clips off, the other 2, sorry. That one's off. So then it's just a matter of pushing the up button. So it's pretty much as simple as that, guys. I don't know if I didn't time it. I don't know how to put the timer on the screen or anything like that. But if that's longer than 15 seconds, let me know in the comments. It's simply again, the ladder. As you saw, I had the ladder out already just for ease of filming. Up here, it's a matter of just climbing up now, zipping up the zips, and yeah. It's going. You can see we've got extra pillows up here, so we've got 4 pillows up here, a couple of doonas. We've got a bamboo topper on the 100mm mattress as well. There's ample room. There's side pockets all around. As I also said, there is fans. So here's the fans. So there's one of those on either side, and there's also a touch light here. So that's pretty much inside. It's and there's 12 volt USB sockets and SIG sockets beside on either side. So you can hop up here, you can charge your phones, you can run your iPad or laptop, watch movies up here on a crappy day. But we had a little bit of rain over at Morton, this side awnings, and it rained at nights, and I didn't even know it rained. I was told the next morning that it was raining. That might have had something to do with the rum consumption that night. But look, we absolutely love this. 8 nights is not long, I know, but eight nights in a row, we had no issues at all. Yeah, so that's the inside. There's a little. It's a 6-volt winch. There is an override also. So, and it's just operated by these pulley system of these bungee cables that run through these rollers and feed everything through. Again, if we were stopping overnight and that's all we were doing, we don't necessarily need to put the side ladder out. We could always come here and drop the back ladder down, which we did at Morton, to be honest, and just come up through there. So you can access the You can access the tent through all four sides, so plenty of circulation. You know, you got the advantage of you know, just the extra elevation, being out of the elements. Some people don't like the creepy crawlies. I don't like the wiggly ones. But and again, the benefit of just getting extra wind flow, better views, and like I said, you know, down the track, that'll be jacked off. We'll have the 270-degree awning around, and we'll set up a base camp there. What I'll do is I'll put it back down in a minute, and then what we'll do is I'll show you how easy the side awning goes out. We've only used it the once. Look, I just got it because I wasn't sure. Look, it's nice to have it there. You don't necessarily need it, but it's got walls to go around the bottom. It's sort of like an adder room, privacy tent. We've got the privacy tent there that folds out a bit easier than putting the Velcro up. But you know, during really bad weather, it'd be good. Just gives you that extra element to keep the ladder dry, those types of things. But the other thing was, when I looked at reviews on this, there was a lot of negative feedback about the ladder. They were, I believe, early on. I'll show you a close up of the ladders. I was told that they've improved it. We've had no issues with it. The ladder rungs themselves are tapered to match the slope or the degree of incline. They got treads on them. Look, you could improve the ladder, but there's nothing wrong with this ladder as it sits now, so I'm really happy with it. I bought a telescopic ladder, and I wasted my money because this is a better option. So anyway, we'll come over and I'll show you how we put it down. It's as simple as this. You can, you know, start timing, push the bottom button. So the only thing I do, and it's not every time, it's just give that a fold in there on that side, like that. Geez, tough, isn't it? And I just quickly check the front. I just walk around to make sure it's all good. So as you can see, that's all good to go. Just finish the lower, put your latches back on, and drive off. Now that's why we got it. I'm not out here to spend hours setting up, packing up, and that sort of stuff. Sorry about the bikes going past. But yeah, that is why I went this version. Yes, it's a bit heavier. Yes, you can get lighter ones. Yes, it's got a high profile, but there's others out on the market that have got just as high a profile. Yes, you can get lower profile, but the pros for us and the convenience that electric motor, I'm lazy, right? But I'll admit it. That's why we went down this path. I'm not getting any younger. And like I said, I'm trying to future-proof and future plan this build so that as I become older and less, well, couldn't probably be any less athletic than what I am now anyway, but they tell me I will as I get older, but I can handle doing that every day of the week, 10 times a day, no issues. So yeah, that's the beauty of that. Our bedding's up there. You know, you could even put clothes on top of that if you wanted to put some clothes up there and that sort of stuff as well. So pros and cons, people. They're my thoughts. Yes, it's expensive, but hey, what isn't expensive in this game? Man, you talk four-wheel drives, you just start talking, you talk at thousands with any modification these days. So yeah, all right. Let me take you through this awning, eh? Okay, so with this awning, simply there's a zip there, pull a zip along, depending on the height of your vehicle, depends on the access, but again, it's good quality zips. There's a couple of the mandatory Velcro straps that are on every awning these days. And just let it wheel down there like that. Okay, so inside the end pole here, there's a couple of there's two beams here, so they just clip in to the channels on the end of the roof topper. in your beam here, there is some pre-drilled holes that rod slides into. One there. And one there. Just one clip here holding the sides together. You let them down. Okay, then it's a matter of simply pushing the button up. So as you can see, there's nothing very onerous about this whole process. It added probably 20 seconds to it. I probably, you know, pissarted around a bit, but there's just a couple of straps on the side that just clip on there, one at that side, one on that side. You could peg that down, or what I did was just rope it back onto my rock slider here, and this one here I just peg back down there. But in all honesty, that gives you another meter. It covers the ladder. I'll take the GoPro off the tripod in a minute and I'll give you a run through. But that was the added room. As I said, there are I've got a wall kit that goes on. It's just simply velcros all the way around. Yeah, it just velcros all the way around. It's got a door. Again, if you watch some of the earlier reviews that people did on these, there was some bad reviews on the wall. That was what I was told was a hybrid. It was a test piece. It was given to some people. They didn't pay for it. It was for R&D. And again, the one that I've got now has got a door. It clips down, and the things that were the negative cons that were mentioned in those videos and reviews have all been addressed. I'm not going to put that wall up this video. I haven't used it yet. Like I said, it comes with this anyway, so you don't pay extra for the walls. It comes with the awning when you purchase the outer room system. I bought it purely for this, just in case we get severe weather. We've got a little bit more coverage here. We get up and down, we can go into the privacy tent, and so on. So I love it. Well, I could not be happier with this thing. I wouldn't change my mind. If I could go back, buy something different, I wouldn't change. That's probably the best comment I could give to, I guess, to give you people peace of mind. Again, I paid full price. You know, the installation's another cost that you just bear in mind as well. So that'll vary depending on who you go to, what you're mounting it to, and all of those types of things. Whether or not you're putting solar on the roof, whether or not you're going to have it permanently wired in like I've got. Sometimes some people just simply run a lead from their battery, plug it in and run it that way. I was fortunate enough to have all the power set up in here, so yeah, it's awesome. I love it. So yeah, all right, I'll give you another look around this, eh? So like I said, guys, this is going to be our setup to get around. You can see how far it hangs out from the vehicle there. I'd say that's probably, it's over a metre from the rooftop tent. I'd say it's about 1.1, not quite 1.2. So again, you know, with the 270-degree awning, it'll wrap right around and meet up to that. So there's plenty of shade and shelter. So just to give you an idea of how all that runs through and how it all sort of works. Here's the Velcro, here's the clips. That's how it all sort of fits in up there. Okay, so, but again, another thing I haven't mentioned was the fact that there's very little wind noise, well, no wind noise. I haven't heard any wind noise. We're obviously camped over on the beach there at Moreton. Again, pretty windy, but we had didn't get woken up during the night with wind noise or anything like that. So again, that's our setup. I'd be really keen to hear from you guys, your thoughts. If you think that I probably should have gone down another way, it's probably too late for that. I've spent enough money now. But again, certainly like to hear your thoughts, your opinions and views. I'm always like to hear that, and people always look at things differently to what you think in your perspective. So the more perspectives you can get, the better I could tailor my advice or perhaps my decision making going forward. But this is all worked out: the trade, the canopy, the power, the rooftop tent has all come together exactly how I pictured in my mind. So I couldn't be happier, after slept in it, after having used everything. Man, I'm just so excited to get out and use this thing now. As you can see, set up, pack up is just no longer a consideration I need to worry about. You know, it's just a thing of the past for me. So that's what I like about it. And again, if we want to set up base camp, which is normally what the trade-off is from what all I hear of other reviews on rooftop tents, is you've got to put everything down. Well, with this, I don't. I could simply just jack up the legs, take the 4 bolts out and drive off and go wheel it. It all locks up. No one's going to be able to hook up to it and take it away or get in and steal my gear. Anything that's inside, at least, anyway. So again, that was the only disadvantage that I heard from people with rooftop tents, was if they wanted to run in the town or if they wanted to go and do some wheeling or exploring, then they had to pack it up. So if I want to do that, I can pack it up easy. But then, you know, on the harder tracks, which, you know, I like to do, there's weight consideration. It's a fair bit of weight up the top as well. I think the rooftop tent itself weighs around about 70 kilos. And as you know, I've got the 370 watt solar panel up there, and that weighs, I think, just a smidge. I think it's around about 15 or 16 kilos. And that's right on the limit of what you can put on this roof too. So if that's a question you were going to ask, I think the maximum load you can put on that on that for the power of the winch system that lifts it up automatically, I think it's around about 16, 17 kilos. Don't quote me on that, but it's around that number, somewhere between 15 and 20. With that solar panel I've got on there, I'm pretty much, there's nothing else I could probably add to that and keep within that threshold. But I had no plans to put anything on there. I've got the roof rack there, I've got the Pioneer platform. We all know the noise that's been around with that after watching Tyler's and Ronnie's videos. So look, I'm probably going to do a video on that as well at some stage, because I'm at a crossroads now. What do? You know, I invested 1,600 or 1,800 in that roof rack. You know, do you adjust what you use it for, or, you know, do you cut your losses, get rid of it and go and get something different? So look, I'm going to start doing a fair bit of research on alternatives. Funnily enough, before I bought this, it was either Front Runner or Rhino. In hindsight, which is a fabulous thing now, obviously I would have probably made a different decision, and in all honesty, that's probably where we'll end up. Not straight away, but down the track, I'm thinking that's probably another modification or a change to modification that I'll do, is we'll swap that Rhino platform out for perhaps a Front Runner or something similar that's got a better off-road load rating and that's more fit for purpose. So I guess kudos to Tyler for putting together that video and really raising the awareness for all of us. I mean, I followed all of those comments. Then unfortunately for Ronnie, the release of his video, but kudos to Ronnie too for sort of getting back in front of the camera and addressing that and admitting that there was an oversight on his behalf. So look, those two guys, I think we all in the full drive industry owe them a lot of gratitude and thanks for making us all aware of the risks and what's involved. So all right, well, that's probably about it for this video. Again, if you've got any ideas that you want to see or future content, please let me know. I want to make videos that you guys want to see, from product reviews, comparisons, experiences. Happy to take your feedback, and I certainly look forward to making content that's going to add value to everyone and that sort of stuff. So yeah. Okay, so to pack down with the awning on, obviously it takes a little bit longer, but not too much really. So I'll just take you through that process. So we'll lower it down to a certain extent, pull your beam out of here. Pull your two rods out, slide them in, okay, undo your two side panels. On here there's just a carabiner clip on one of them and a bit of an ocky rope on the other, so they just join together up underneath here. Again, this is only the second time I've done it, guys, so I'm probably making it look harder than it needs to be, but it really is a simple process. Okay, so with that done, just grab your two ropes, chuck them up and roll away. Look, as I said, this is the second time I've done this. First time I didn't have any issues, it was just the same as this. Obviously when you're rolling things up, just make sure that it's all coming in as it should. Tie it off with your Velcro. Hey, and look, if you're interested in this rooftop tent and you want to see someone else's video on it, then I strongly recommend watching Jaffa's video. That's probably the best review that I saw. So I think his approach, and look, that's it, it's as simple as that. I'm puffing because look at me. I'm a desk jockey by day, so my cardio's not there. As you can see, let's give that a push there. Put it down. Put the 4 clips on. Let's go wheeling. All right, so that's, take the ladder off, put the ladder away, we're done. So for those wondering, we do carry these, they do supply these carabiners. You could use padlocks if you wanted to, just to stop those latches from potentially coming undone during any corrugations or anything like that. Again, power wise, I have an isolator in on my control panel up front in the canopy, and then normally other people just run a power lead and I would just roll that up and put it away so that the tent's not, I guess, permanently powered, so yahoos or people in car parks couldn't go and stuff around and damage your gear. So just something else to, I guess, for me to point out to you. Well, that wraps up this episode. I hope you found the content informative. Hope it ticked the boxes for what I said it would do at the front of the video. Thanks very much. Look forward to seeing you next time, and cheers.